Have you ever walked into a room and completely forgotten what you went there for? Or had someone's name right on the tip of your tongue, someone you've known for years, but just couldn't remember it? Maybe you've started writing everything down on little notes because you don't trust your own memory anymore. Or you feel that tight feeling in your chest when someone asks you something and you simply can't remember. It's like a fog has settled over your mind, making everything slower, more confusing. You're not alone in this. Thousands of people after 50 start feeling like their brain isn't responding the way it used to. It's that uncomfortable feeling of losing pieces of yourself, of not being able to follow conversations like before, of avoiding social situations for fear of blanking out in front of others. Many people think this is normal, that it's the price we pay for the years we've lived. It's age catching up, they say. But I have news for you. It doesn't have to be this way. Your brain isn't a machine that simply breaks down over time. It's more like a muscle that can be strengthened, nourished, and revitalized. And the most beautiful part of all? The key is closer than you imagine. It's in your kitchen, on your plate, in the choices you make 3 times a day. Imagine waking up in the morning with a crystal clear mind, remembering all your grandchildren's names without hesitation. Imagine joining a conversation and being the one who tells stories with every detail on the tip of your tongue. Imagine the confidence of knowing your memory is sharp, your thinking is agile, that you can trust your own mind. Today, I'm going to share with you 4 functional foods that are true fuel for your brain. These are simple ingredients you can find at any grocery store, but they have scientifically proven power to protect your memory, improve your focus, and even regenerate brain cells. I'm not talking about miracles or empty promises. I'm talking about science applied to your table, nutrition, that embraces your mind and gives you back the confidence of having a brain that works in your favor. So, first of all, subscribe to this channel right here, because this is exactly the kind of content that can transform not just your health, but your quality of life for real. Let's start this journey together. Do you know what happens to your brain when it doesn't receive the right nutrients? It's like a city that's gradually losing electrical power. The lights start flickering, some neighborhoods go dark, and what once worked perfectly starts to fail. Our brain consumes about 20% of all our body's energy. That's right. 1/5 of everything you eat goes directly to fuel this incredible machine. That is your mind. But when the energy we provide is low quality, it simply can't work at its maximum potential. As we age, some natural things happen in our brain. The connections between neurons, which are like small bridges where information passes, can become slower. It's as if your mind's traffic becomes more congested. Additionally, we start producing less of certain important substances like acetylcholine, which is fundamental for memory. But here's what science has discovered that's most beautiful. The brain has an incredible capacity called neuroplasticity. This means it can create new connections, strengthen existing ones, and even generate new cells throughout life. Yes, even at 60, 70, 80 years old, your brain can still renew itself. Recent research shows that people who regularly consume foods rich in omega-3, antioxidants, and certain types of vitamins have up to a 35% reduction in risk of developing cognitive problems. Other studies have proven that certain nutrients can improve memory in just 12 weeks of regular consumption. The secret lies in offering your brain exactly what it needs: healthy fats that protect neurons, antioxidants that fight cell aging, and specific vitamins that speed up communication between different brain areas. It's like giving premium fuel to a luxury car. It doesn't just run better, it runs much longer with more power and reliability. And you? Have you noticed changes in your memory? Or do you know someone close who has experienced this? Tell us in the comments. Let's build this conversation together. Because your experience can help many people. But the most exciting part of all this is that it's never too late to start. And who proves this to us is the inspiring story of Robert, who at 74 rediscovered the joy of having a sharp mind. Robert had always been known in the family as the walking encyclopedia. At 74, he was that grandfather who knew a little about everything: historical dates, plant names, grandmother's old recipes. He was the one everyone turned to when they needed information. But 2 years ago, Robert began to notice something was changing. First, it was small things. He'd forget where he'd left his glasses, lose his train of thought in the middle of a conversation. Then, he started not remembering the names of neighbors he'd known for decades. The worst moment came during his oldest granddaughter's birthday. Robert was telling a story from his youth, a story he'd told hundreds of times, when he simply stopped. He stood there in the middle of the room, with everyone watching, unable to remember how the story ended. The embarrassment he felt in that moment was devastating. "I felt like I was losing pieces of myself," he told me later. "It was as if someone was erasing the pages of my life's book, one by one." Robert began avoiding family gatherings, stopped participating in the dominoes group with friends, and even gave up reading, something that had always been his passion. He thought it was the end, that there was nothing to do but accept this natural loss of age. That's when his daughter, who is a nutritionist, suggested a simple change: include some specific foods in his daily diet. "Dad, let's try to better nourish that brain that's always been your greatest treasure," she said lovingly. Robert agreed, more out of love for his daughter than believing it would work. He started including fish twice a week, a handful of walnuts for his afternoon snack, blueberries in his morning smoothie, and green tea after lunch. In 6 weeks, he noticed he could concentrate better while reading. In 3 months, he returned to the dominoes group and surprised his friends with his sharp memory for plays. And a few months ago, during another granddaughter's birthday, he told not only the story he had forgotten, but 3 others that even the family didn't remember he knew. "Today I feel like I've recovered not just my memory, but my identity," Robert told me, his eyes shining. "I'm myself again." And you? Have you experienced something similar or know someone who lived through this transformation? Write here in the comments. We'd love to hear your story. And share this hope with more people. Just like Robert, you too can start this transformation today. And the first step is putting the right foods on your plate, those that will nourish your brain as it deserves. 1. Fatty fish, the brain's premium fuel. Many people still think fish is just for the heart, but the truth is it's your memory's best friend. Salmon, sardines, and mackerel are rich in omega-3, especially DHA, which is literally the building material of neurons. Studies show that people who consume fish twice a week have 60% less chance of developing memory problems. Omega-3 protects brain cells, speeds up communication between them, and even stimulates the birth of new neurons. How to consume: grilled salmon with lemon twice a week, sardines for Sunday lunch, or baked mackerel with herbs. If fish is expensive, use chia seeds, flax seeds, or walnuts. They also have plant-based omega-3. 2. Blueberries, the small memory. Jewels. These purple berries are true antioxidant bombs, especially anthocyanins, which protect the brain from aging. It's as if each blueberry were a protective shield for your neurons. Research has proven that 1 cup of blueberries per day improves working memory by up to 12% in just 12 weeks. They also increase blood flow to the brain, making your mind more agile. How to consume: in your morning yogurt, in a smoothie with banana, or plain as an afternoon snack. If you can't find blueberries, use blackberries, acai, or purple grapes. The important thing is the dark color rich in antioxidants. 3. Walnuts, the smart snack. Here's a curious fact. Walnuts are shaped like the brain, and it's no coincidence. They're rich in vitamin E, omega-3, and magnesium, the perfect trio to keep your mind sharp. A study with more than 15,000 people showed that Those who eat walnuts regularly perform better on memory and logical reasoning tests, regardless of age. How to consume 5 to 7 walnuts for your afternoon snack, chopped in salad or mixed in yogurt. If you have allergies, use almonds or Brazil nuts. They're also excellent for the brain. 4. Green tea, the mental clarity drink. Green tea has a unique combination of caffeine and L-theanine that promotes focus without anxiety. It's like having balanced mental energy without the peaks and crashes of regular coffee. Studies show that people who drink green tea regularly have better attention, more mental clarity, and lower risk of cognitive decline. How to consume: 1 cup after lunch or 2 cups throughout the day. Avoid it at night so it doesn't disrupt your sleep. The truth is simple and beautiful. Your brain responds to the care it receives. Every conscious bite, every nutritious choice is a gesture of love for your own mind. You don't have to accept forgetfulness as something inevitable. You have the power to nourish your memory every day. Think for a moment. What would your life be like if your mind was always alert and reliable? Imagine waking up in the morning and remembering all your day's appointments without needing to check notes. Imagine participating in a conversation and being the one who brings references, who tells stories with all the details vivid in memory. Imagine the security of trusting your own mind without fear of blanking out at important moments. Visualize yourself reading a book and perfectly remembering what you read in the previous chapter. Imagine playing cards with friends and surprising them with your strategic memory. Think of the joy of telling stories to your grandchildren and seeing the sparkle in their eyes because you remember every exciting detail. This isn't a dream. It's what happens when you offer your brain exactly what it needs to flourish. It's the natural result of simple but consistent choices. You don't need to change everything today. You don't need a revolution in your kitchen. Start with one food: a spoonful of walnuts for your snack, a cup of green tea after lunch, a handful of blueberries in your smoothie. This is how great transformations begin, with small steps taken with love and consistency. Your brain has an incredible capacity to renew itself, regardless of your age. Every day is a new opportunity to nourish your mind, strengthen your neural connections, invest in your mental clarity. And remember, you're not alone on this journey. Thousands of people have already discovered that it's possible to have a brilliant mind at 60, 70, 80 years old. Robert is living proof of this. You could be next. The choice is in your hands. Better yet, it's on your plate. Every meal is a chance to tell your brain, I believe in you. I'm going to take care of you. We're going to age together, but we're going to age with dignity, clarity, and wisdom. If this content brought hope to you, if it made you believe that it's possible to have a sharp mind at any age, like this video right now, this is how we know we're on the right path, building this health and wellness journey together. We've reached the end of another conversation, but the beginning of your transformation might be starting right now. And I want to leave a very personal message with you. Your mind is your greatest treasure. It's what holds your most precious memories, your lifetime of learning, your essence. Taking care of it isn't vanity. It's a profound act of self-love and responsibility to who you are. You don't need miracles. You don't need magic formulas or expensive treatments. You just need consistency, to choose day after day to nourish this wonderful mind that's been with you for so many years. It's about starting, not about being perfect. Every walnut you eat is an investment in tomorrow's mental clarity. Every cup of green tea is a hug for your neurons. Every serving of fish is premium fuel for the most sophisticated machine that exists, your brain. And you know what moves me most about this journey? It's knowing you're not alone. Through this channel, we connect people who believe that aging can be synonymous with wisdom, clarity, and mental vitality. We've created a community of people who chose not to accept decline as inevitable. If this video touched your heart, if it made you see that there is hope, if it brought new light to your life, I invite you to continue this journey with us. If you want to support this work and help more people discover the power of functional nutrition, click the Super Thanks button, or subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. This is how we keep this space alive, this place where science meets care, where information becomes real transformation in people's lives. But more important than any support for the channel is the commitment you make to yourself today. The commitment to believe that your mind deserves the best, that your golden years can be truly golden, brilliant with clear memories, engaging conversations, and the confidence of having a brain that accompanies you with loyalty. Always remember, it's not about the age you have, it's about how you take care of the age you have. Your mental future is being built now with every choice you make. Take care of your mind, and it will take care of you. See you in the next video, and until then, may your memory be your best companion. If you want to support us, click the Super Thanks button right below, or subscribe to the channel right now. This is how we continue bringing quality information to those who need it most.